Welcome back to another R&DW Adventures. I'm Darryl.
And I'm Renee.
We're out today looking for our next of the Memory Lane souvenirs, which this time is the first mega event. So we thought it might be appropriate to come to the Hamlich Park here in Warren because that was actually your first geocaching event, not a mega event.
Not a mega event,
but a geocaching
absolutely.
Event. Which was within a week of you having started caching.
Yes.
But there's a great event here every year called Haunt in Hamlich.
It's really fun.
This year, we didn't get to make it to the event, so we have a bunch of caches here that we're going to try for. So, since this was your first event, we figured it would be appropriate, and we're going to actually cut now to Sunny and Sandy, who are going to give us a little bit of info about their first mega event, while we go to our first cache and try to find our first of what we need is, I think, 7 caches today.
7 today.
Hey guys, I'm Sunny.
And I'm Sandy.
From the Podcacher podcast.
And Darryl and Renee asked us if we could share about our very first mega event.
Yep. Now, the first mega event that we attended was the Temecula Valley Geocaching event.
And it was back in February of 2007. And it was also our 600th find at the time.
That's right. Now, prior to this, we had only attended about 10 events and never won this mega.
No, I remember we went in, it was held in this big gym at a church, and the whole room was set up with round tables that had these colorful, bright tablecloths on them.
Yeah. And I remember seeing this huge room and being amazed that it was going to be filled with geocachers.
Yeah, and we took our recording gear, the equipment that we had at the time, and we recorded part of show number 92 live from the event.
That was a while ago. Now, we got to meet a lot more listeners to our show, and we'd been doing the show for about 2 years at that point.
Yeah, and we did several interviews for the show, including a chat with a family called the Bolus Heathens, who were there on vacation all the way from the UK.
That's right. Now, in the years since then, we've attended many other events and quite a few megas and even a giga. But we still have some really fond memories of our very first mega event.
And we're glad that we could share those memories with you. And we just want to thank Darryl and Renee for putting this video together.
Yep. All right. Hey, if you want to find out more about us, come on over and visit us at podcacher.com.
So I actually remember them covering that event and drooling over it because that was like the first of the mega events that I actually knew anyone had gone to.
You didn't go to that one?
No, because I was in California.
Oh, okay.
And it took, I want to say roughly like 6 months between events, between mega events, before I had one close enough that I could go to. And the irony is that it was the Midwest Geobash in Kendallville, Indiana.
Oh, it wasn't always in the same place?
No, they moved it around for a long time.
Oh, okay.
And I actually met Sunny and Sandy for the very first time at that event, and we recorded the very first Cachers of the Roundtable podcast at that event.
Oh, how fun.
So that was a lot of fun for us to, get to meet. I also really badly twisted my ankle, and I had to have it up for the entire recording session.
That must have been comfortable.
It was not a good event at all for me. But it was fun. It was my first mega event. And frankly, I really didn't like the event as much as some of the other events that I had gone to in our local area. Migo had put on a Fall Fun Day as my first real event. It might have actually been my very first event. That was so much better. It was awesome. It had a poker run. It probably would have made mega status if megas were available at that point. So that was my first memory. Now yours was also a Midwest Geobash.
It sounds much different because it sounds like my first Midwest Geobash, aside from the fact that I had just had surgery, was a lot of fun. There was a poker run, which we didn't get to do. They had the camping, they had everything, but it was in Wasion, right?
Which
Every
is
year
where
that I've
it's
been
since there.
Right.
Yeah.
Was that the first time in Wasion?
No.
Okay. So at least this last, well, there's not going to be one this year. That's sad.
Yeah, and that's the really sad part that we missed.
The good thing about this mega is we could drive to it.
It's a day trip. It's not even a full day trip. It's like an hour and a half from us.
Right.
So we can go to it every year. We just do it as a day trip. We get a whole bunch of caches. We get to meet people. Now in Kendallville, that was like a full day drive from here. It's a good drive. I want to say it was about a 6-hour drive.
Okay, but it's cool because we can do this mega in one day, but a lot of people do it for like 5 days. Well, the event is only the one day, but there's camping and
right, and that's the whole thing
family
with this
fun
event.
days and all kinds of
it's
things.
a camping event. So if you're into the camping, that's an awesome event for you to do. But so many great events, almost none of them are happening this year because of COVID.
G'day, Renee and Darryl, Seemyshell here, and today we're talking about mega memories. And my favourite memory of a mega was the Aussie Geocacher of 2018. I still have the coin, and that's because I was part of the organising committee and the host slash MC for the whole event. Meanwhile, do you wanna discover?
Well, a lot goes into planning a mega event. I know we've never planned a mega event, but we've had a lot of small meet and greets almost monthly, but not for a while.
Yeah, it's COVID kind of just derailed that. Before we get any further though, let's give you our trackable, which is this memory lane trackable ML6EEN. That's ML6EEN to discover. And you can have a chance to win one of these as well. All you need to do is leave us the story of your first mega, or if you haven't made a mega event, let us know that, and give us the story of your first event in the comments down below. Do that by July 8th, and we'll pick one of you at random to get one of these memory lane trackable tags.
My first event was right here. It was a little colder that day.
A lot colder, a lot wetter, and it had no light at all.
None.
It was like pitch black, nasty. None of the lights in the pavilion worked.
Right, and not that I want to go in them, but there was none of the outhouses. There was like no bathrooms.
No.
Now there's like 20 of them.
But on a brighter note, we did manage to get our souvenir for the first mega event. That means we're on to next week's souvenir. We'll be back to give you a little bit more on that one, which is the 1 million geocache hides, or maybe it was 2 million. But we'll have we'll have another video on that one and talk about our first hides on that one. So stay tuned, stay subscribed, and check out the geocaching playlist also on this channel.